When Hannah, then 13 years old, gets her period in 1963, she is living on a farm in rural Quebec with her grandparents and uncle, who appears to have a developmental disability like Down syndrome.
Tiens, Hanna, prends ça en attendant. Puis pas de baignade pour les prochains jours, t'es rendue une femme.
Soon after, much to her grandma's dismay, she leaves the family dinner to answer her father's call.
Évidemment, avec un exemple comme ton père. Un raté, qui est même pas capable de faire vivre sa famille.
Her decision to go back to her parents' house in Montreal is sparked by the onset of puberty and her grandmother's relatively unsupportive explanation of it.
Je retourne à Montréal. Tu le dis pas à grand-maman, OK?
The small family apartment where Hannah has returned is welcomed by her brother Paul.
Elle était juste partie 3 semaines. Tu poses comme la mauvaise herbe.
The rent is frequently past due and is occasionally settled with money obtained by pawning household items.
Chèque de loyer encore rebondi. Tu vois le message à ton père.
Hannah's father, a Polish Jew who lived through the Holocaust in France, is an inspiring poet. He may be controlling and occasionally even violent towards his spouse and kids, but he can also be gentle and loving. He mentions his former wife who was slain by the Nazis and urges her to read the diary of Anne Frank in an attempt to build a stronger bond with his daughter, but he also comes across as harsh and controlling. In order to make ends meet, Hannah's depressed mother works long hours at the sewing factory and spends a lot of time at home typing the poetry her husband dictates to her. Hannah's mother acknowledges that she needs him even though she is frequently upset with him. She doesn't go into greater depth when she connects with her daughter during the rare moments when she has the time and energy to do so. Hannah has a pivotal moment when, while battling her shifting body and emotions, she breaks into a screening of her favorite actress and becomes enthralled with the character of Nana, played by Anna Karina, and her emphasis on taking personal responsibility.
Je ferme les yeux. Je suis responsable.
Je suis responsable.
Hannah distinguishes herself from other students on her first day of school by revealing that her parents are single and that she is not identified as Jewish after her father or Catholic after her mother.
Mes parents sont pas mariés. Mon père est juif, mais pas ma mère. Ma mère est catholique.
When a student starts making anti-Semitic jokes about Hannah on the playground, her teacher notices her and later defends her. Because of the teacher's physical similarity to Karina, Hannah seems to feel attracted to her.
Je crois qu'on a aimé le même film.
Je l'ai vu 4 fois.
Qu'est-ce qui t'intéresse dans ce film?
The instructor respects Hannah's independence but counsels her to form her own opinions about life rather than depending on a tragically deceased role model. Hannah continues to explore her emotions and sexuality while imitating Korean's poses and wardrobe choices from the film. She goes to a dance with Laura, a friend from school, and the two end up kissing. Later on, she brings Laura to Paul, and the three of them spend time together in ways that show how uncomfortable each of them is trying to process their feelings. Hannah appears to be growing more and more alone as she sees Laura giving more attention to Paul.
Père.
Va pas, là. Ah.
Hannah's mother makes an attempt at hurting herself following a furious argument with her husband. Hannah is upset when the unconscious woman ignores her cries for attention while she is visiting her in the hospital. Hannah's father sends her to the neighborhood baker later on to pick up a loaf of bread. The baker leads her into his back kitchen, makes advances towards her, and gives her the bread along with some cash. Hannah appears to find the incident provocative even though she is upset about it. Hannah and Paul leave the house after a physical fight between Hannah and her father, but she doesn't come back to the apartment. She meets a lost dog while meandering through the red light district of the city and also takes on the demeanor and mannerisms of a prostitute, much like Karina's character. She changes her mind as he tries to push himself on her and runs off when a man does pick her up and take her to a budget hotel room. Hannah, nearly at the brink of hopelessness, falls on her teacher's doorstep and is found the next morning with a dog. When Hannah gets back to the family apartment, her father greets her with a meal meant to give her strength back. At the conclusion of the season, Hannah has returned to school and is given a small movie camera by her teacher, who promises she will quickly pick it up. The last scenes of the movie feature Hannah's mother being captured on camera as they make their way to the grandparents' summer residence.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.